Childcare centres across the country will be forced to close early for 5 days a year for mandatory child safety training.
And for more, we are joined by journalist Angela Mollard and broadcaster Luke Boner from the Bonafide podcast. A morning to you both. Now, these changes are, of course, in response to multiple alleged incidents of abuse across the sector, Ange. I mean, is 5 days a year, is that enough?
Look, it could be seen as box ticking and compliance, but it is necessary. We have to get this training. We know that things have fallen apart in the childcare industry and we need to reinforce these are the standards, these are the things you should be looking out for. And I don't see how any parent could complain at having to pick their child up at 5 o'clock, a little bit earlier than usual, so staff can get that training. But that training needs to be consistent. It needs to happen throughout the year. But it is only one measure. There are so many systemic issues within, in terms of vetting, in terms of making sure that staff turnover, we start seeing a reduction in that people are overstaffed and the centres are overstaffed. There are more issues to deal with than just a little bit of, you need to look out for this.
Massive, right? And we just hope that nothing is a smokescreen. Like putting the CCTV cameras in, let's not think that that's going to solve everything.
Absolutely.
There's many other issues. Luke, in terms of the issue of parents having to pick their kids up early, once your kids get a bit older, this kind of thing happens all the time at school, but it doesn't happen as much in childcare centres, so it might come as a bit of a shock for new parents.
You know what, I reckon most parents would say, fine, 5 days a week for better training, bring it on, I'll cope, I'll adjust. Listen, there has to be tighter regulation in the childcare industry. We saw a 52% increase in complaints about behaviour and abuse at childcare centres last year, and something's got to happen. If these regulations don't come in, people will pull their kids out of childcare.
Yeah.
I know parents, because of the dreadful things that have been going on, they've said, gee whiz, I don't want to send my child to childcare, and that's bad. But look, they're talking about 300 CCTV cameras in different put them all in. Every childcare centre should. No one should have a recording device when they're taking their child, a small child, off to change a nappy. I mean, these regulations have got to be tough. The training's got to be there. Otherwise, the childcare industry will fall over.
Yeah.